Hey, welcome back to the channel, and it's another recall day for the Kona N, as well as this affecting the Elantra and Veloster N, as well as the GV70. So let's get into the details of this current recall. This recall is affecting, and I'll put the number on the screen here. This one in particular is affecting the high pressure fuel pumps on the Kona N, and it's been a known issue within the N platform that these high pressure fuel pumps tend to fail. And what happens is there's a loss of power as the car goes into limp mode. So definitely pretty scary. According to Lemon Law Lawyer, this recall has affected about 54,000 Hyundai cars specifically. So that's a lot of fuel pumps, and that's not good. So this obviously will increase the risk of a crash. And that's similar to the recall last time, which affected the DCT on the Kona N. And the remedy last time, which will be similar to this one, is an ECU update. After updating the software, the dealer will probably inspect the car again and then determine whether they need to replace the fuel pump or if you're good to go. So all repairs should be free of charge, so definitely keep that in mind. So check your mail and look out for the recall. Again, I'll list the recall number on the screen here. You can also look up your VIN number to see if your car has been affected. If you go to HyundaiEngineInfo.com or just Google Hyundai recall lookup and type in your VIN number. Also, maybe a few of you, like myself, have upgraded the high pressure fuel pump to the Sonata fuel pump. As far as that being a fix, I'm not sure. You know, my car hasn't experienced any of the issues that the recall has stated. I'm not a mechanic, so don't take my word for it. And I guess the safest bet would be to replace or put back your OEM fuel pump before you go into servicing. But with that said, that's not what we're gonna talk about all today in this video. In this video, I'm going to try to highlight some of the major known issues of the Kona N and N platform to a certain extent. But bro, it's a Hyundai. Your car sucks anyways. Look, I get it. You know, I was a Hyundai hater too and a JDM fanboy. Still am, by the way. But Hyundai did win me over with this platform and this car in particular with the Kona N. And it's just like any other manufacturer, you know, they're gonna have issues. Some recent examples have been the GR Corolla catching fire, as well as, you know, previously the GR86 or BRZs having oil starvation, specifically on track. But again, this isn't a Toyota versus Hyundai. Not every manufacturer is perfect, and Hyundai is in that same bucket. You know, I'm not paid off by Hyundai if they want to. So I'm gonna call out the great aspects of the car as well as some of the bad. So with that said, let's get into the video. Okay. So the first issue on this list is the infamous car wash issue. A lot of Kona N owners have reported getting a check engine light after going through touchless washes, with the code being P132600. This, I believe, is a result of water from the wash, heavy rain or snow, etc., affecting the knock sensor, which sends the car into limp mode. There have been some recalls in the past from previous Hyundai models, so it looks like this issue has carried over to the Kona N. See, we're just like Tesla and the Cybertruck. Yay! So the main solution is to clear the code with an OBD2 scanner. Other things to try is to pull over, turn the car off, and wait a little bit, then turn the car back on. This has cleared the issue for some owners, which I assume is a result of the knock sensor drying off. Also, I've read people disconnecting their batteries to clear the ECU has worked for them. And if all else fails, definitely make an appointment with your dealer to clear the code, or in the worst case scenario, get your knock sensor replaced under warranty. Another major issue that's common are cylinder misfires, with the symptoms being rough idles and sputtering, as well as hard cutoffs at wide open throttle. The car eventually will go into limp mode and throw the check engine light for the cylinder misfire code P030, which is then followed by 100 to 400, which will indicate which cylinder is faulty, 100 being injector 1, 200 being injector 2, etc, etc. The best move here is just to pull over to the side of the road once you get into limp mode and definitely get a tow to the dealer. The injector replacement should be covered under warranty, but pro tip here from Derek, aka Snoozin', be careful with aftermarket spark plugs, as the dealer might not inspect the vehicle if they notice them, and they'll charge you to swap to OEM spark plugs. So definitely keep your OEM plugs with you when you go to the dealer, but again, your mileage may vary depending on your particular dealer. Next on the list I have is octane learning. Now, this isn't exactly an issue where you can't drive the car or it affecting you from driving the car like the knock sensor code, but it's a feature, or more like a bug, with the N platform that it limits your max boost, which is 19 to 20 psi stock. Until you have the car octane learn, max boost will be capped at 15 to 16 psi max. I bet as an owner of a performance car, you want every ounce of power you can get, and to have a feature resetting itself every time you gas up will be an annoyance over time for sure. From the owner's manual, the explanation is that max boost is limited to help protect the engine until it has identified the gas you put in as premium fuel. To fix this, quote unquote, or obtain max performance, you need to do the following. You need to have the top gear fixed, which is 8th gear, and maintain a constant speed of 68 to 99 miles per hour for 5 or so minutes. Side note, it's always annoying out here in California when there's traffic every part of the day. If you aren't able to do constant speed though, the next solution is to have the car in 4th or 5th with the accelerator at around 40 to 70% throttle and have speeds of 25 to 75 with repeated slow acceleration for 5 or more minutes. Now, that definitely sounds like a long way to describe having the car drive on track. They do list it here. This for sure works, as I've had the Kona N at a couple track days, and the car will octane learn since you have varying degrees of speed, and I was able to hit 19 to 20 psi after a few runs. Probably the best and most expensive way to avoid octane learning and always have max boost is to get an ECU tune. With a tune, it'll remove this restriction, but the average tune you're looking at is around 800 to 1000 USD. I'm hoping to do a full ECU list in another video, so let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd like to see. For this next part of the list, I'm gonna lump them together as I would consider them minor, but at the end of the day, these are things that most owners don't like at all. First, we have the dreaded squeaky brakes. I've read a lot of comments and posts about high-pitched / squeaky noises coming from the brakes. From what I understand, and I'm not an expert, it's common among performance brake pads to be squeaky. This is a track-focused car, so under normal driving conditions with pads that have more metal to cope with higher temps, there will be some grinding going on, if you know what I mean. One way to fix this is get enough heat and heated cycles in the brakes. I've had brake squeal up until around 4,000 miles. After my first track day and some spirited braking in between, the brake squealing went away. The second is to replace your pads with another compound if it becomes too much to handle. I've replaced my pads with the EBC Red Step ceramic pads, and out the box and installed in the car, I had no squealing after following their brake pad break-in procedure. Say that 5 times fast. But after switching to white wheels, my main gripe with the OEM pads isn't the squealing, but that these pads produce hella brake dust. Not a problem, but an annoyance for sure, especially when I don't want to clean my wheels every day. But that's the main reason I swapped to EBC Red Step pads, mostly to limit the brake dust. I will preface though, check with your brand brake pad if you're looking to replace and track the car. The OEM brake pads are meant for the track and are the best option for track days most of the time. When switching out, make sure that the pads state that they're good for track use. Now, the final one on this list is related to the Pirelli P0 performance tires that come with the Kona N. I think the general consensus amongst Kona N owners is that the quality of these summer tires are not up to par. I've read a lot of posts from people driving these in the snow or cold weather and having less than optimal grip and performance. Now that's a given since these tires aren't made for those conditions and are made for more warmer climates. But even those owners who have had them in warmer climates have started burning through these tires. To help solve this issue is obviously to get a performance tire, summer or all season, etc., to match your driving need and climate. In doing so, people have told me it's improved their driving experience tenfold, which I don't know how to quantify that, but I think that's a good thing. Now, these are just some of the issues, and I'm sure there are more, but these have been the most common ones that I've seen, read, or received messages for. I also didn't get into detail on the DCT recall that I had mentioned earlier, but those issues or that issue should have been resolved with your Hyundai dealer during that recall period.
Let me know your biggest issue with the Kona N, or any car for that matter, in the comments below.
Hope you liked that video. Like I said at the beginning, not every car manufacturer is perfect and not everybody is having these particular issues. I'm not trying to stir up drama or anything, but these have been known issues that I've seen or read on forums like the Facebook groups as well as the Reddit groups. For the Kona N specifically, don't forget to look up your VIN number for the recalls or any recalls and make sure you go to the dealer to get those fixed. I'm sort of rambling here. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.